Timmy Turner has a biology test on cellular respiration tomorrow and is once again cramming the night before. None of it makes sense to him, so he wishes to know everything. Cosmo and Wanda tell him that is cheating and they cannot grant him that wish, but they insist on helping him study. "Pay close attention, Timmy," says Wanda. In cellular respiration, the ADP/ATP cycle occurs when energy is used to add a phosphate molecule to ADP, or adenosine diphosphate. This creates ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. ATP is the primary energy molecule used by living things. This reaction is reversible, meaning it is catabolic or anabolic. Cellular respiration is the set of metabolic reactions and processes that take place in the cells of organisms to convert biochemical energy from nutrients into ATP and then release waste products. There are 3 steps within aerobic cellular respiration, which is the process of releasing the energy in glucose with the presence of oxygen. The first being glycolysis. This begins with heterotrophic animals consuming other animals or plants. Glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. With the support of the sun, it is able to catabolize or break down glucose and produce 2 ATP, 2 NADH, and 2 pyruvate molecules. The second step of aerobic cellular respiration is the Krebs cycle, in which pyruvic acid is broken down into carbon dioxide in a series of energy-extracting reactions, such as the reactant acetyl coenzyme A. Its main job is to make more high-energy electrons for the electron transport chain. The products made from glycolysis move to the matrix of the mitochondria where the Krebs cycle occurs. It produces 2 ATP, 8 NADH, 2 FADH2, and 6 CO2. The waste product CO2 is released. These products go to the electron transport chain. The third and final step of cellular aerobic respiration is the electron transport chain, or a chemical reaction where high-energy electrons are transferred to low-energy electrons. This occurs in the inner membrane of the mitochondria. The reactants NADH, FADH2, and CO2 of the electron transport chain came from the previous 2 steps, glycolysis and the Krebs cycle. The product of the electron transport chain, 34 ATP, goes to supply energy where it is needed, and the waste product H2O is released. In anaerobic respiration, which is the process of releasing the energy in glucose without the presence of oxygen, there are 2 steps, glycolysis and fermentation. The first step of anaerobic respiration is glycolysis, which is the breaking down of glucose. It produces 2 ATP, 2 NADH, and 2 pyruvate molecules. The second and final step is fermentation, which converts the pyruvic acid into a different molecule in order to regenerate NAD positive. That different molecule is determined by which process of fermentation is being produced. Alcoholic fermentation transforms pyruvic acid into alcohol and CO2. Lactic acid fermentation transforms pyruvic acid into lactic acid. Wow, that makes so much sense, says Timmy. We provide CO2 for plants, and plants provide O2 for us. Without each other, life would not exist. Thanks, Cosmo and Wanda. I'm going to ace this test.